not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I feel like a lot of people in life just tend to. I feel like they just tend to like live day to day. They don't really think about they. I feel some people just live without ambition. I feel like there's nothing inherently wrong with that as long as you're happy. But like, I feel like as a person, if you feel stuck in life or feel like you're kind of just trapped in the same place, I feel like you should generally just you should throw yourself into life. Like just try something completely new. Do something you never thought you'd even think about doing. I can guarantee you that if you do this, it'll end up changing your life. Just throw yourself into something or like a hobby, a goal, a random conversation that's going to change your life. It is generally going to change your life because I see so many people that are just they're not like they're people with ambition, but like they ambition is something that is both a gift and a curse because it's a fire. It burns everything. It burns the world, and that's why no one really forgets those who are ambitious and those who act on their ambitions. And that flame is something that can burn the user. It burns the user every single day, every single second because they really really want to accomplish something. I believe I'm someone who's considered I consider myself ambitious. I work hard and I do my best absolutely every day because but a lot of people forget is that life is you only have one. Sure, a lot of people repeat this, but like you are going to die one day, and that day may be sooner or later. You never know. Right now, I could unfortunately pass away right after this clip, but my point is that you need to understand that you only have one life and you only have one shot at this. I'm not trying to scare you and like remind you of like your finite mortality. What I'm getting at here is that you need to live your life. There's a lot of stuff you're probably scared of. There's a lot of things you're probably scared of going wrong, like failure. A lot of people, especially ambitious people, some of them are scared of failure because what uh, the stereotypical, not stereotypical, but failure is often viewed as something that's just bad. Failure is wrong. Failure is it shows you weren't good enough. When in reality, failure just shows what didn't work. If you want to chase your ambition, just embrace failure because you're going to fail. You should be grateful for failure because failure, I mean, it like getting something without failing over and over and over and over again isn't satisfying. You can't want this huge reward and not have to do anything for it. The process, the thing that will get you towards your goal, should be your main focus. You shouldn't just focus on this and that. You should focus on the process. If you can focus and master the process, you're going to end up achieving your goal eventually, and you're going to be happier when you achieve your goal because you enjoy the process. You have to truly find love in what you do because if you find love with like they say passion bleeds through art. If you if you genuinely love what you do, you relish it second. You don't have to love it all the time. I'm just saying like when you make something or you do something you genuinely love it, at that point you're already winning. You're already successful. To be successful, it's often, you have all this money, you have this and that. But like genuine success to me, it doesn't have like I feel like because we're all unique people, we have our own definition of success. But to me, my own definition of success is just being happy, dude. I'm honestly satisfied with life right now. I'm not. I'm happy. Like I can't really ask for more. There's probably some more things I could ask for, like maybe less homework, I guess. But you know, like if you really want to be successful in life, if you really want to be happy in life, be grateful. It's not easy, especially when you're going through a lot sometimes, but like personally, when I'm feeling down, I'm just like it could life could be 5,000 times worse, dude. Like you never know. I could just explode one day and like have no limbs because there are some people who have to suffer through that every day, and some they get through it. And people who are going through all this, like the people who are going through all this stuff that's like that you could even imagine yourself going through, and they're still living and just like going through life. You should try to embrace the fact that people. as people, we're just kind of destined to continue onward regardless of what life throws at us. And also, stop being so hard on yourself. Like life is genuinely the most complicated thing ever. You're one in a billion. No one is ever going to be exactly like you. And life is extremely difficult because there's so many avenues. There's practically infinite amount of avenues you can go down in life. And I think about that every day, and it kind of fries my brain. But it's so weird how in like one interaction can lead to so much. But like I feel like that's how I view life. I view life as kind of like a pseudo video game. I interact with people. I do all this stuff because I sometimes just want to see what happens. Like it's more that can kind of sound negative, but I try to channel that into like a more positive thing. Like, what if I shake this person's hand? What if I check on this person? What if I get this person this food? What if I just ask how this person dates? So sometimes you never know how someone may respond. And I feel like if you really want to make your life, like if you feel like you're stuck in life or you feel like you're kind of bored in life, throw yourself into something you never have done before, something you have little experience with. Because I feel like you're gonna learn a lot. It's going to be scary, but like I feel like I believe the thing you should fear out of everything in life is just not living. Like you should just fear not even living your life in the first place. Because fear, on the other side of fear, there's so much new experiences. There's so much information you can gather. There's so much people you can meet. But if you let fear just constantly control you and guide you towards path of just like I guess abstinence from anything scary, you're not really going to you're not really going to live. I'm not trying to say do stupid risky stuff. I'm just trying to say push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit in a healthy manner. If you're scared of socializing, try to just say hi, because like true improvement just comes from leaving your comfort zone. If you really want to get better at anything in life, like I mean better, like you want to be really good at this, you have to constantly push yourself out of your zone of comfort because your comfort zone is where a majority of your growth dies because you're doing the same thing. If you do the same exercise for like 5 months, it's going to get mundane because your body is already used to the exercise. You're not providing any new sort of stimulus. You have to, you should reach. You have like God. You were born with arms for a reason. You were born with arms because you should reach. You should reach out for something. You should reach out to grab something, anything, whether it's an intangible goal or just you know anything. Like you might as well. That's the mindset I have. You might as well try because there's a quintillion people who probably are stuck in like dead end jobs or something, and they kind of wish they had an opportunity. Well, they people in dead end jobs still like some people in dead end jobs still have time. They still make time for hobbies. They still do hobbies. They still do things they love. They're still able. Some most of them. Some of them are still able to even consistently pursue their dreams despite working these dead end jobs and all these slave shifts. So again, if they can do it, you can do it too. I feel like I think it's important to understand that even it's hard to believe at first, trust me, it was for me, but like your mind will shape your entire reality. If you only pick apart the negative things in life and all the bad things that happen to you, you're not ever going to be happy, primarily because you don't want yourself to be happy. You intrinsically know you don't want yourself to be happy. Therefore, your brain follows what you want it to. If you want to be miserable, you're gonna focus on everything bad that happened in your day. Even if you have hypothetically the best day ever, like you won the lottery. Oh, well now people are just gonna want to be around me for money. Like if you only focus on the negative things in life, it's never gonna get better. Like you don't have to be happy all the time because no one is. Just try to try to understand that life life will do what it does. Like for example, today I lost my ID. I lost my identification, my ID twice. So I got locked in our room for 20 minutes, and I also lost it at the gym. Now I feel like I had two choices. I could either let this completely destroy my day, and I could just mope about how what happened in the past, which is like 10 hours ago, I think, should just ruin my entire day, or I could just keep going and just enjoy the rest of my day. Like it was kind of funny. You can like you should try to laugh at like the absurdity in life. Don't take life too seriously because life is so spontaneous. There's so much random things happening. You don't really know what you're gonna get out of life, and that's why life is cool. That's why you should enjoy life because life is unpredictable. If you hate like if you hate living a mundane life full of just predictability and being able to understand or just comprehend everything around you because it's all the same all the time, you're not really the reason you aren't happy is because you're not pushing yourself just away. It doesn't like you're trapped like a lot. I feel like so many of us are trapped in this bubble that we see all these people doing the things we want to do, and we're like, maybe it's just because I'm me. Like we use all these thoughts, we jam all these thoughts into our head, so we're able to just remain in this complex of just like victimization. And well, it's not really my fault. I guess it's just well, it is my fault because I'm me. Like I know what it's like to pity yourself, and it's man, like being when you go through that phase in your life where you're always pitying yourself and just feeling sorry for yourself, so many people just feel sad to be around you, bro. And I promise you, if you want to like generally be happy in life, like if I had to give you three things, if like three tips of information to be happy in life, you should push yourself out of your comfort zone. You should like if you're scared, if you're unsure, you should continue with uncertainty. You should just keep going and just keep trying to experiment with life. Do a new hobby, talk to a new person, etc., etc. The list goes on. Do something that just unusual for you to do. Because like you have one life, so like treat life like a video game. Treat it like an interactive video game where you just do random stuff, have fun, have safe fun, but have fun nonetheless. Two, change like alter your mindset. Your head, your mind is like your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest enemy. If you really want to weaponize your mind to just become an ally, you have to fill it with healthy things. You have to fill it with healthy thoughts. You don't have to think healthy thoughts all the time because that's physically impossible. You just have to understand that it's up to you how you like decide to identify with specific thoughts. You don't have to identify with all your negative thoughts. You can identify with your resilient thoughts, your positive thoughts. That's how people become resilient. They they latch on to these positive identity traits, these positive thoughts that tell them, "I'm going to keep going. This is just a minor inconvenience. So we keep going." And that's why they become so resilient. Negative people latch on to the "I'm worthless. Oh, I failed because of just me." And the reason they continue to fail is because their mind has this set belief system of them. So they're just going to fail. Most of the time, they're going to fail. Even if they don't fail, their mind's still going to, come up with an excuse of why they should have failed. Like, if you can't even win in your head, you're never really going to win in like your reality because you don't want to win. Some people, I used to be, I was like that not too long ago, and like life was ass. It wasn't like my life was good. My life was really good, but when you're stuck in your head, life is shit. Life is awful when you're stuck in your head. Get out of your head. Cause like when you get out of your head and you talk to people, not just when you push yourself out of your comfort zone and you free yourself from this like cage you built for yourself. Life is interesting. It's good, some bad. But like the good and the bad, you need both the good and the bad. Without them, what really is life? Like you can't really like the good gives the bad purpose, is what I'm saying. I think I believe those two, but like if I had to give you like one final tip, I'd say you should love yourself, Loki. Like you should have confidence. Like be passionate about the things you care about. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Because if you do, you're not living. Even if you make all these people around you happy, you're not really living your life. You're just pretending for the sake of other people. And again, as someone who used to do this and at times maybe still does it, it falls back into habit. You shouldn't fake who you are. Like be you. Like like if people hate you for being you, that's you can like I believe that's good because you know that these people don't like you and you know the people who are around you who truly care about you are there because they truly care about you and not an artificial image you conjured. So you should love yourself. You don't have to worship your love. I'm not saying be arrogant or egotistical. I'm saying you should just show yourself some love every now and then, man. Like, be easy on yourself. No one, no one's expecting you to be perfect. No one should expect you to be perfect because life is hard. Life is really hard because you have so many things you can, especially in this generation. I feel like a lot of us are just lost because we're there's so many things going on around us and we're struggling to process it and we're struggling to like truly digest it because everything is moving so quickly, so fast. And I think it's important to understand that you should slow down and just be at ease. Like just take a breath. You're gonna be okay. Life is a lot, but like you have to keep going. Just breathe. Cause like I promise you, when you give your mind time to rest and your body time to heal, it will get better. And all those scars are gonna fade away. They're still gonna be there, but they're not going to, they won't be that much of a bother anymore. Like you have to understand that you're a resilient person. You don't have to, act all. You don't have to pretend like nothing is wrong with you. Or I don't think that's the best phrasing. You don't have to pretend that you're okay all the time because it's okay to feel sad. Just understand that this is just a small. This is going to end eventually. Like it's going to end eventually. So I highly recommend that you just try to just push yourself out of your comfort zone and just evolve. Not completely evolve, like completely change who you are, unless you're like I believe, unless you're like a person who's like I guess not really a good person. I'd say like change, change how you do a certain thing one day, and change and try to perform an action you usually don't another, so you can switch up your life and so it doesn't end up being the same mundane cycle every day because a lot of people speak of hell as like the fiery pits that are below us. But to me, hell is hell is being forced by yourself to repeat the same cycle of actions that aren't fulfilling you. That is true indefinite hell. No no fiery pits, no absolute carnage is ever to me going to match the true hell of being stuck in a cycle that you feel like you can't break out. That's it.